Yo, what up YouTube? Back again with another video. I think we're gonna speak on the MT07 being a beginner bike, or whether it is or isn't a beginner bike. Someone asked me, do I feel like it could be a beginner bike? The kid was riding a Grom, Honda Grom, and he was asking me, do you think, I can be like a safe upgrade to go from a Grom to MT07? I would say yeah. It could make a good beginner bike. For my reasons is, for one, it's a very comfortable bike, opposed to like a sport bike, like a R6, CBR, or a ZX6. Those are more aggressive bikes when it comes to like the seating and positioning. I sit more upright. Now I did change out the bars on my bike. I put some Pro Taper, I believe the Carmichaels. It added a little bit of an aggressive positioning on it. Well, I'm leaning forward a little bit, and the bars are a little bit wider than the stock bars. But still, the bike is still comfortable. After a few rides, I got accustomed to the bars, because at first it felt a little weird going from the stock bars into these Pro Tapers. But the only thing I would say that you might want to work on is the throttle. That's one thing you want to look out for, is the throttle, because this is a very torquey bike. It's a wheelie monster, man. Like, you could pop wheelies on this thing without even trying. I've done it coming off a red light, man, and pulling the throttle a little too hard, and the bike, it wheelied a little bit. I got a little too excited one time, and probably more than one time, and it'll wheelie, man, because the bike is very light. This is a lightweight bike. It's a naked bike, so it don't have a lot of fairings and a lot of stuff going on. So it's a very lightweight bike. When I came off my Honda Grom and got onto the MT07 and rode it, it was like the bike, it was like a night and day difference as far as the speed and the torque and all that. But the comfortability of it, it was similar. I set up the same way I did on my Grom on the MT07, but the MT07 had a lot more power, a lot more torque. It felt totally different from that aspect, but it still felt familiar. It's like riding a Honda Grom that's grown up, And these bikes, man, you can grow with them, This is not one of those bikes that you buy and then you want to get rid of it after about 6 or 7 months. I've had this bike over a year already, and I haven't seriously thought about getting rid of this bike. It got good speed on it, especially on the low end, which is most important, when you're riding in traffic and you got to get out the way and maneuver. But I haven't really seriously thought about getting rid of this bike. I love this MT07. I love my MT07. Yamaha did their thing with this bike, man. This thing is like an instrument on wheels. I mean, think about it. Yamaha do make instruments. They make instruments, so you can only expect them to make great sounding motorcycles. very fun to ride. Very fun. I've even rode with a bunch of 600 bikes. 1,000, 1,000 could definitely walk away from this bike, no problem. But I've ridden with some 600, some riders on 600s, and this bike would yeah, you'll get them on the low end, up until till you get to about 100 miles an hour, and then after that they gonna walk past you. But this bike is not slow, it's not nothing to sleep on, man. This thing can definitely keep up with 600. I did a video while I rode with a couple guys that was riding Aprilias and an Ejector, and I was cooking the first like 100 miles an hour. At the low end, you'll smoke a lot of 600s from like 0 to 60 after the first 3 gears, and after that, man, they gonna walk you down and blow past you. But this bike can definitely keep up, man, with 600s. The bike is comfortable to ride on, and it sits up. It's very lightweight, nimble. You can grow. You can really grow with this bike. You can customize it. You'll never get tired of that sound, man. You'll never get tired of that, man. You'll never get tired of how aggressive these things sound, man. People love these bikes. They love to hear these bikes. Even people that don't even ride motorcycles, they're just infatuated with the sound of it. And if you're looking to, start stunning, this is definitely the bike to start on, man. If you want to learn how to wheelie, this is the perfect bike to start popping wheelies on. I'm not really much into, popping wheelies and shit like that, man. Not my thing, but I could totally understand why people love these bikes to stunt on. maintenance on is very low cost, man. You don't have to do anything to this bike, man, as long as you put good gas in it, good oil in it. This bike will it'll give you at least, man, it'll definitely give you 100,000 miles, man. The CP2 engine they put in these MT07s, you know, they're built to last, man. So thankfully I haven't had to do anything to this bike. I've put thousands of miles on it. I think I'm at about 8,000. Let me check. I'm at 8,341 miles. When I bought it, it was at 4,400. The only thing I've done is throw some new tires on it. Well, I actually put a new rear tire on it. My front tires feel good. Typically, you gotta replace the front tire every time you replace the rear tire for the second time. So when I get another rear tire, that's when it's time for me to get a new front tire. The front tire usually lasts 2 rear tires. The bike is good, man. It's like I have to literally find something to do to it because there's nothing to do to it. You know, it's good. These Yamahas are like the Toyotas of motorcycles. I haven't had any issues with this bike. Uh-oh. Yeah, you gotta be careful on this tollway, man. I'm just getting out to pretty much, man, to get some air and put some gas in the tank. I think you will get bored faster with like a 600 before you get bored with MT07. If you're not like a speed demon, but you know you want something with a little bit of speed but you want comfort. It's like a hybrid between a fast bike and a slow bike. It's fun to ride, man. When you get into that world of stunt, man, you gotta understand that you're not gonna always feel 100% stunting on a motorcycle. So you gotta prepare for the mistakes and the errors, you know. When you got 2 wheels on the ground and you make any mistakes, you might have room to fix that mistake and not fuck up. But when you got your bike at 12 o'clock, you make a mistake, it's already too late. Now, don't get me wrong, I like watching stunt riders. I'm very impressed by how they can handle a bike, doing stunts and shit like that. But I'm at an age where I'm not gonna play around with shit like that, man. You know, in my early 20s, I probably would have been stunting and doing stupid shit, but I just enjoy the ride at this point, man. I enjoy riding the bike, and that's that. You know, no stunts, none of that extra shit. Now, I have been tempted to pull the bike up, and I haven't. I haven't done it. Not as of yet. I haven't seen any other bikes besides the one I seen getting pulled over. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. Y'all got any questions, anything y'all want me to answer, or anything you guys want to ask, feel free to ask. You know what I'm saying? I'll just make some content around that. But other than that, I appreciate y'all for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. All right, peace.